Relax the throat.
Sorry, you broke.
Okay, yeah, I can't watch that.
You can't watch it.
No, I was. Just not in the presence of other people.
Let me just do this first.
Are we starting the show anytime soon here?
Yeah. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay, I've got work to do.
According to California, it's 1 past.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
I know, but Irish time, we're about spot on.
That's not a thing. There's now, if you want to embrace your home country, Mexico, there is the thing called Mexican time. All restaurant workers, I'll do it in a Mexican time, which basically means they're going to be slow as fuck doing it.
Ah.
Yeah.
And that. And this is thick.
Taft Davies, Andrew Wells. Oh, did I erase this on you? I might have. Oh, Barry Hicken. Sorry, I knew we had him from last week, but I realize now that some of them are this week.
Ah, Mr. Bolsonaro.
Balls of what now?
Yeah, you heard big ears. Oops. Wrong thing.
Bolsonaro. Matthew Bolsonaro.
And that's on
God bless you.
the 9th.
I know. It sounds Italian. I'm guessing he's not Italian, though.
Okay, let's do this thing.
Did I just say...
No.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started.
Medic!
I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 736 of the Overseas Connection podcast. It is June 4th, 2023, and we're a video game podcast. We talk about video games. We talk about life. We do it all in roughly an hour and a half time frame on YouTube, on Twitch. We do it every Sunday, 9 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. in the West Coast, 4 p.m. in the East Coast, 3 p.m. Central Time Zone. And my name, Greg DeLacy, Gamertag Murphy's Law, OC_Murphy's Law on Twitter. Joining me this fine weekend, we have Miss Kim Woods.
Howdy, everybody. It is slightly humid here in Missouri, but that's okay because I like it. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. So.
All right.
Yeah.
And in a not so slightly humid location, Robin Tate.
Oh no! You're wrong. It's been so warm. Look at me. I'm like a strawberry. I look as if I went to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and ate something that made me go red. I am
really
tanned and things are peeling.
Now,
it's class,
excuse me.
man.
Real quick.
Yes.
Is it humid or just hot?
Hot. Well,
Okay.
what we would call hot. What's 22 degrees in your money? 22 degrees. I would need to look that up. 22 degrees.
Good question.
So, sorry, this is bad. 22 degrees.
Right.
And it's hot.
This is not going to be hot.
It's 71.6 here. It's
That's
hot,
not
man.
Robin. That's
Wow.
room temperature.
My kids are complaining that it's too hot outside. I can't go outside. Can I watch TV? No.
Tell them about this little place called Las Vegas, Robin.
Yeah, but damn, it's hot for here, and it's been hot all week. It's been really
Just
good.
say it's 88
Yeah.
degrees here.
I've been having.
So.
I'm sorry. Hello, it's Robin here from in Ballymena, Northern Ireland. How are you doing? How are you? We'll get to all this stuff in a minute.
Right.
Boomer's laughing at you right now. 70 is hot. That's the new phrase.
Too
70
right.
is hot. No, 70 is like room temperature here. In fact,
It's-
I set my thermostat to 73 just to give you perspective.
Frig me. 70 is the new 50.
I'll tell Dad. He'll be tickled by that.
But also importantly, humidity. So that's the feeling of it's being warm and it's muggy, wet feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, I think, get that in Ireland.
No, we just get the wet. We go right past the stuff in the air and just turn into just the real wet.
Okay. Hey, I want to do a quick special shout out
Uh-oh.
to our friends over at the Veteran Gamers.
Oh, yeah.
They are on their 700th episode.
Oh.
And so, yeah, I wanted to congratulate them. They are doing their live show, I think, at some point in time tonight, possibly soon-ish.
Might have to
Obviously, we're not going to be able to make the show to say congratulations.
Well, I wouldn't say that, Greg.
I know. We could
Random
call it.
calls with Robin.
I know. So I'm thinking we might have to set that up as soon as we get done with the birthdays, Robin.
Yeah.
Let's put that on the back burner. But, 700, it's awesome. Congratulations to them. It's not
Indeed.
quite 736, but, who's counting? All right. We have some birthdays. We should talk about that. This is where we celebrate people getting old.
Yes.
Paul Barry Hicken. We actually gave him a shout out last week. We're going to give him a shout out again. 49 on the 2nd. And then not to be outdone, Andrew Wells, also 49 on the 3rd. So just in sequence right there, 1, 2. And then Paul Taft Davies Ricks. Paul, we're not going to even talk about your age because it's such a big number. It's sometimes you want to avoid talking about it in public.
Huge.
But his birthday is on the 6th. So we want to recognize that. And then finally, Matthew, and I'm going to say this properly, Bolzanello. I was going to say Bologna, but I didn't. I'm trying to be nice. Birthday on the 9th. Matthew, congratulations. Happy birthday. 86. That just tells you how old Paul is, by the way, because it's even worse. I mean, better. I don't know.
Holy shit.
Hey, let's sing a happy birthday song for a moment.
Oh, yeah, shit. Wow.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Insert name here. Happy birthday to you.
Gentleman was not recognized.
Love.
Wow.
Exhale. Inhale. Robin, should we do some story time?
Oh, yeah.
Hooray, it's story time. Hooray, it's story time. I'm so glad to be with you today.
And a quick shout out, Boomer and Lord, both in the chat.
In the chat.
Hello. Good evening. Yes. I feel like we need to download, was it Macho Man Randy Savage? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's just a sound effect we need to have on the podcast. All right, story time. Let's talk about story time. Robin,
Yeah.
we're going to go with you first.
Okay. So, yeah, it's been one of those kind of weeks where it's been hot here. And
Okay, one, let's dispel the myth. Not hot. You just think
Lightweight.
in your head hot.
we've been winning. I need to get that onto the soundboard. We've been winning. Yeah, it's like 20, 22 degrees here all week, and that's mega hot for Northern Ireland. It really is. It's really cool. Not hot, cool, hot, cool. So I've been having
brought some sunshine back with you, Rob.
So yeah, it's cool. Hot. I have been at home for most of the week. Okay, so there was a bank holiday, I think, this week on last Monday, so I was off. So, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was here at my desk having meetings. And I was having meetings, I'm quite sure, like Greg DeLacy has meetings. So I actually kept a shirt hanging up over here, a dress shirt.
Nice. That's the way to do it.
And I was in shorts and a t-shirt, and then when I had to have a serious meeting, the dress shirt went on.
I kid you not,
Shorts.
100%. That is how I do most of my meetings.
So then the shirt came off, hung up again, back on with the t-shirt, and away we went. So yeah, that was that. Yeah, so it's been a bit. So and then on Friday, I had to go to Dublin for very early in the morning to meet my the managing director of the company, and he wanted to have a chat with me and about nice things. So, oh,
Uh-oh.
my camera just disappeared.
That was surprising. Yes, your
I'm
camera
back.
decided it didn't want to play.
I'm back.
Fade to black.
I'm back. Okay, and it's changed a few things. Anyway, there, that should be back. And yeah, that was a good meeting. Oh, frig me, what's going on? Stop trying to do the wrong thing. Anyway, we'll carry on, regardless. My computer's fighting with itself about what camera it wants to be on. Too many cameras attached. So yeah. Anyway, I'll carry on regardless. So that was a very good meeting. And then on Friday evening, I thought I was going to go on longer. I thought I was going to meet Judith in Belfast. We were out with some friends, Devon and Adrian. And a while back, I had booked some tickets for a show, and it was a James Bond by candlelight. And I thought, you know what, in for a penny, in for a pound, and it should be okay. So we went into Belfast. It was lovely. It was sunny. I walked around Belfast without a coat. I actually commented on it in the evening. Isn't it amazing? I'm going to a restaurant without a coat on. And we went to this lovely tapas place. We had a nice pina colada. I had a pina colada, of course. And then there's loads of tapas everywhere. And that was good fun. And then we went to this James Bond thing, which is this beautiful hall called the Ulster Hall. And it was sort of a band, and they had trumpets and all the James Bondy sound things and violins, and it was like a mini orchestra. And they played all sort of the James Bond themes. So there was two halves to it. We had a few drinks there. I had already had a few 100 miles up on the clock, so thank goodness I didn't drive. And the first half, the sound wasn't very good, but the second half, it was brilliant. But it was doing Live and Let Die, Goldfinger, and all that sort of stuff. So it was a good night, a nice night.
Now, did it get better because you drank more?
I could have done that. I could have.
Yeah. Typically, that's what I find happens. With a little echo.
Just a wee bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it's trying to do this. I'll work on it in a second. Have a chat with Kim, and I'll try and work this stuff out, okay?
Okay. I'll have a chat with Kim. Kim,
Alrighty. Yep.
let's talk about you. Vacation started.
Yeah. Friday we made the round trip to Kansas, south of Kansas City, to drop the boys off for 3 weeks with their dad. So as of Saturday, my vacation officially begins. So, and that was yesterday. So yeah,
it began. It's not beginning. It's began.
Yeah. So it was a long trip, and I don't know why this time it seemed like it took long. Well, we had some pop-up rainstorms, and it got bad enough where there was a few times we actually had to stop, like right in the road, because you couldn't see anything. So that was probably part of the reason it took so long, because I think it was like a 12-hour round trip. I mean, Kansas City's only like 4 hours away, but it seemed like it took so much longer.
That's unusually long for that round trip.
Right. Well, and it didn't help too. We were starting our way over there in the morning, and a strap on the gas tank busted, so we had to pull over and fix that. And that was at the start of the trip. So then we were panicking pretty much on the whole way down there that the other strap was eventually going to give away, and we were going to have a big
You're just going to drag your gas tank.
Yeah, we're just going to drag the gas tank the rest of the way there. But we finally
Nothing bad could come of that.
Right. So we finally got to the destination. We had a ratchet strap, so we put the ratchet strap around the gas tank, and the mechanic had said, well, you should be fine. Said if you pull in for gas, only fill it like half a tank, that sort of thing, and you should baby it the rest of the way. All right, sure, no problem. And maybe that's also why it took us 12 hours to get there and back. I don't know. But anyway, the kids are gone for 3 weeks. I have 3 weeks of vacation without children. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. So, lots of gaming. Lots and lots of gaming. So
there's new games to be played too. So that's
there is that. I actually played one today. So, and we'll talk about that later. So right. Vacation. Yeah. Otherwise,
just watching Robin going under the desk, full on. He's MacGyvering, trying to figure out what's going on with his camera. I mean, look, the realities of Robin did not heed my advice. I gave him the camera, the one to buy. He said, no, I'm going to buy my own camera. And he went with the Elgato camera. And I feel justified right now. I feel a sense of justification.
Your camera's like $300 and some freaking dollars. So
his was too. Okay, that's the funny part.
So was mine.
Point.
Yeah. Yeah. Ridiculous. Right. Yeah. Anyway, what it's actually going to end up doing is making me end up buying it. And I'm starting to think that this PC is starting to get a little bit creaky right now. So that might be coming soon, an upgrade to this.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sorry.
you're going to see the rig one. You're going to see the rig. Oh, underneath the rig.
I see nothing. What I do see is I did see actually. You had some Dots pretzels, Robin, from our Vegas trip. I love that you brought some back.
Class, man.
Those are the best pretzels ever. If you get a
Let's
chance,
say they are awesome. So
they're highly addictive.
They're lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, so we did that, and we did the Joel James Bond thing. It was good fun. I mean, the average age of the audience was probably 74. Yeah. So
I did notice it was a very quiet audience.
Yeah. So and unfortunately, I would say it was good, not great. It wasn't fantastic.
But it was a night out, so that
it was a night out, and we enjoyed that. It was a pleasant night, and we had a few drinks, and it was good crack. And the people that were doing this were English people, but they just seemed to rush. They seemed to rush the show. They couldn't wait to get to the next song, and they did a little talky bit and explained the history of the song, but they didn't wait for the applause to end before they started talking, and it was all rushed, and it was all right. It was all right. It was a night out. It was nice to have a night out. So, yeah. Joshua's in Barcelona right now. Joshua is 23 years old, and he had to hire a car to get from the airport to the racing track. Now, he's been at the Formula One all weekend, has had a ball. I've seen some of the photographs and video that they sent. Brilliant. It looks like he's had a great time. Now, unfortunately, because he's 23, he had to go to a lesser hire company, because hire companies like you to be over 25 for hiring cars.
Interesting.
Yeah. Huh. And he's just discovered tonight that they won't. His flight is very, very early tomorrow morning. He arrives back in Belfast. I pick him up at 8:30. So they will not accept his car at 4 a.m. or whatever it is. So he's going to. He phoned me and says, "What do I do here, Dad?" And I says, "Well, go and drop it tonight, and then get a taxi back to your hotel, and then a taxi to the airport in the morning."
Okay, hold on, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So, so when you were talking about the car and he had to hire a car.
Yep.
In my head, and here in the States, hiring a car would be like calling an Uber, getting a car to drive you wherever you're going.
A rental.
Yes, there you go. So he rented a vehicle. This now makes much more sense, because I was trying to figure out why in the world would a Uber. Why couldn't you just get an Uber if you're under 25? No, it makes sense. We have the same thing here. 25 and older, it's good. When you're under 25, they kind of have issues with the rental.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. That is a weird thing.
Yeah, he'll get it sorted. He will get it sorted, but it's again, and he's honest Todd, and he's only 23. When I was 23, flip me, I was taking over the world.
It kind of seems like Josh was taking over the world too.
Pretty much.
The kid's doing great.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So he'll get there. So so it's funny when he went on early Friday morning, and he was on Thursday night. He came up home to stay here in his old room, and he said, I said, "Well, have you booked your car into there? Got your passport, all your credit cards, got all your stuff? You booked your car into the airport car park, save a bit of money." And he said, no, it'll be fine. I'll get it done now. And I was sitting outside in the sun because it was so sunny, beautiful sunny,
Right.
You know that, remember? And he came out and said, yeah, Dad, you wouldn't mind dropping me up to the airport, would you? Because it was nearly £100 to park the car over the weekend. So I'll pick him up at 8:30 tomorrow morning. So I'm sure he'll sleep all day then tomorrow, as 23-year-olds do. So yeah, no, he looks like he's had a great old time. And that's been me. Work here. It was a bank holiday in the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland last Monday, and it's a bank holiday in the Republic of Ireland tomorrow. My head office is in the Republic of Ireland, so I may just have to support them fully in their bank holidayness and take it off. Now there was a plan that Judith and I, because the kids are all at school, that Judith and I were going to go to the spa tomorrow, because we don't get often times together. But one of the kids has to go to a therapy thing tomorrow. And you know which one. A therapy thing, a talking therapy job, and that's in the middle of the morning, so that's covered. So what I'm thinking about doing tomorrow morning is, after I get Joshua back here, is I'm going to probably do one of those streams unless Judith has a part of jobs, I'm going to go on and do streaming from, it'll either be 9:15 or 10:15 until end of school. So back-to-back racing from then, like a professional YouTuber. So that might be an interesting little experiment because Judith's away. I did all the digging and planting today. I did all the ironing.
Nice.
I put the ironing board outside today, this morning. I generally on Sunday morning when Judith's at church, I do the ironing and pray to Satan. And and so I did all the ironing today outside. My father-in-law had brought us some beautiful, well, they're not beautiful, small plants. I can't remember the name of them. They're green at the moment. Allegedly they'll have flowers, but they needed, there was 5 of them, and they needed holes dug about a 1.5 foot square, foot deep. And I did all that today. The kids were in the hot tub today. I did all that sort of stuff. So tomorrow should be free. So I might just take this opportunity to do that little experiment and do a longer stream.
It's always good to have a nice, strong, long stream.
Yeah. So so that's why I'm having a strong alcoholic Morgan's tonight.
Excellent.
And it's been good. Again, this week ahead is going to be busy. So why not? Enjoy.
Well, sure.
Why not?
Exactly.
Enjoy.
Only live once, Robin.
You do.
Kim,
Yes.
speaking of only living once,
I only live twice.
kittens. Let's talk
Yes.
kittens.
Alrighty, we shall. As everybody knows, I talked last show. Something has been assassinating my kittens, and it's not Robin. So I borrowed a trail cam from a friend of mine, and I set that up yesterday in hopes of getting a better, because I sent you guys a picture of what I thought might be killing my kittens, and well, it's a blurry gray lump. We're not sure if it's a raccoon. It could be a wolverine. Owen thought it might have been Bigfoot or a small bear. So Owen's
I like the Bigfoot. I think you should
Right?
run with that.
Yeah, Owen's my 4-year-old nephew. So right now, Bigfoot is his world. He spent the night the other night, and he woke up the next morning, and he told me that Bigfoot was peeking in the window at him. So me and Bigfoot are gonna have a conversation about peeping in windows. But anyway, I set this trail cam up yesterday in hopes that maybe I can get better pictures, because right now my Ring cameras aren't really picking it up because they're not really made for that, I guess, necessarily, because, well, y'all saw the picture. It was pretty bad. So anyway, as of right now, the kittens are being picked up of a night, and I take them to the mud porch, and we have a little like playpen thing set up there, and that's what the kittens go into overnight, and in the morning I let them out. So, because right now this thing, whatever it is not killing the kittens during the day. It just does it of a night. So it's definitely a nocturnal thing. So,
Kim, I think it's time you invest in a bear trap, and you put it right in front of the kitten cage.
I could do that.
Yeah, just no mercy.
Right? Oh,
You
well,
might come
trust
out
me.
to an absolute mess, but
Right. Well, if I can find out what it is, there will be no mercy. I will go total John Wick on whatever it is, and it won't be killing any more kittens. So now I'm gonna have hate mail start. You watch. But
No,
my
Kim.
my theory on that is that, yes.
So my sister-in-law, their little cat, which is about a year old now, disappeared a few days ago.
No.
And it's a house cat, doesn't go out that often.
Right.
And it arrived back today.
Oh, good.
And it was
how did it arrive back?
in a bad way.
Oh, no.
Someone had knocked it over.
Oh, no.
Well,
Where were you, Robin?
We're not sure whether someone had knocked it over or not, but it looked like a fox or a badger or something had got at it, because it was pretty ripped up and pretty beaten up. So those foxes and stuff out there are. Do you have foxes? You have raccoons.
Yes, we do actually, because
Foxes.
here a few years ago we had like a litter of baby foxes and their parents that actually lived in our barn. So
baby fox.
At the time, it was, they're so cute, and then you
And-
realize what they'll grow up to be, murdering
Well,
bastards.
yeah, but the thing of it was, these foxes didn't. Well, at the time, they didn't seem like it caused any problem, because they would come up on the porch and eat with our barn cats. So I don't know if it's one of them that's gone.
They were biding
rogue,
their time, Kim.
right.
They were-
They're just waiting.
We're just gonna make her feel comfortable.
We'll wait for
It's-
4 years, and then we'll start slaughtering your kittens.
Kim,
I
have
don't-
you not seen the movie The Fox and the Hound? Come
I know,
on,
right?
they're friends at first. Everything's good.
Right. So I don't know, but whatever it is, we will find out. And we've got raccoons around here really bad anyway. They're kind of like overpopulated, like deer, so it wouldn't hurt to thin out the population a little bit. So I don't know. Like I said, now the hate mail will start. But the thing is with me, if it's one thing if they're leaving everything alone, but when you start killing my animals, that's when I get a little PO'd. So, you know, it is what it is.
Okay.
So send your hate mail. I don't care.
Fair enough.
Anyway, speaking of kittens, it is a new month. So you know what that means.
Ooh.
When things get even more uncomfortable. Yes, by all means. Continue
Right,
on.
well, there's no mustard this time. Anyway.
God. Was
right.
it spicy mustard? Or was it just a standard
I
yellow
know.
mustard?
Oh, sorry,
Anyway.
goodness, I meant to mute myself. Honey mustard, seasoned. Sorry, I'll mute myself.
All right. For this month's Pecs and Pussies, as I've been calling it, we have Matt and Thunder. So, you know, there's Matt and Thunder. I don't know which is which, but, you know, there you are.
It just it amazes me how when we do this segment, just for a good 5 minutes, I feel incredibly gay.
Hold on. Bring
And
it up
then,
again.
yes,
Show me again.
yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. What are the names again? Matt and
Matt
Thunder?
and Thunder. I don't
Matt
know
and
who's
Thunder.
Thunder, and
Okay.
I'm not sure who's Matt. But
Okay,
yeah.
and what is the cat called and what is the bloke called? Because it looks like one breast is called Matt and one cat breast is called Thunder.
Well, maybe I don't know, but I'm assuming Matt is the fireman, but apparently he shaves his chest too. So I don't
That's
know.
unnaturally shaved.
He
Bring
might
it up
be
again, please.
naturally
We're not
smooth.
done. We're not done here.
Right.
Bring it up.
I mean, I don't know.
I want to see more of Matt and Thunder. Bring it up again, please.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Let's
God there's
let's
a
look at this chest. How did he get that so shiny? You know, I mean, and so smooth. There's nothing.
I know.
Is that Veet? I mean, did he wax his nipples?
That sounds painful.
But
I
Robin,
did this once. I shaved my chest once, and it just made me look like tits, complete tits.
Robin,
It was embarrassing.
I just want you to think back to Vegas.
I was gonna say, did you do this
No,
in Vegas?
what bit?
Or...
What bit?
No, no.
What bit?
Yeah.
What bit? The Vaseline
You
on the
looked
balls.
you looked over, you saw the lovely Trump Tower glistening,
Oh, I thought
erect
you
and
were
tall.
talking about the Vaseline on the balls.
Yeah. Some people, Robin, are naturally smooth. I get no chest hair. at
Seriously,
all.
you have no chest
Yeah.
hair. I am like
Slightly
a
disappointed.
grey Grizzly Adams.
I can confirm this, by the way.
If I don't control my back, it's just like it's the most luxury carpet you could ever think of.
So glad we got in this topic.
Mm.
Oh, that's great.
All right, Kim, thank you for sharing
Yes.
that and helping me again get to my inner gayness.
Do what I can.
All right. So
How about
let's see.
you? We haven't talked about you yet. So how about you?
Yeah, no, let's first I am getting ready, so I won't be on next week's podcast or the
Right.
week after that. So just as an FYI, I am getting ready to get on a plane and go for a visit to Robin's homeland.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to Cabo San Lucas in Mexico, and gonna do a nice, good, long, restful vacation in a place that actually is warm.
Nice.
Yeah, and we're taking the kiddo. It's our first international trip with Colin, so a little nervous
wow.
with that. But we've broken the trip up smartly. So we're doing about 2.5 hours on the plane, and we go to Arizona, and then we'll do the next leg to Cabo San Lucas. So it basically is 2.5 hours, but it'll give us a nice two-ish hour window at our layover,
Mhm.
which we can give him lunch and change him, that kind of thing, and not be worried about a 5-hour trip with a child that does not do well in a plane. I should say he does fine in a plane, but it's not a place he's too terribly comfortable.
Right.
So
You need to fly first. So you have
I'm sorry?
You need to fly first, so there's more space. So we can lay around and lay out there.
we will get priority boarding. So we're flying on Southwest, but they have kind of the bulkhead area in the front where all the legroom is in front of you, and so
Mhm.
we'll take that spot. Can we talk real quickly about pre-ordering and why I really should never do it?
Okay.
Yes.
So my brother from another, he and I game share.
Right.
And he
Oh
happens
yeah, talking
to-
about gay. I wanted to lick him all over. I came out of the closet from work this week. He says, Robin, I've actually eventually came out of the closet, and I put the message up on WhatsApp that was so awkward. So awkward it made people turn green. He says, yes, Mark, I've came out of the closet. And I want to, you sexy big man beast, I want to lick you all over.
All right.
That got awkward.
You know what it was? It was the visual, Robin. It was the visual in my head. And having just shared a room with you in Vegas, suddenly, again, that uncomfortableness came in.
Well,
but no,
more about you, Greg, if you're
you didn't even
visualizing that than Robin. But
he didn't even notice it. He didn't even wake up when I was looking at him. He didn't wake up once.
The most uncomfortable feeling ever was Robin just showing up out of the blue with a cup of coffee in his hand, being like, "Good morning." Like looking at him like, "Where the fuck have you been? And how did I not hear you get up?" Anyway, so Mark and I we game share, and Diablo 4 was coming up, and Mark was like, let's get Diablo 4, and I was like, okay, well, we could pre-order it. It's fine. And Mark's like, well, let's get the Ultimate Edition. I want to get the Ultimate Edition because it'll give you early access. And Mark loves his early access, so I'm like, fine. And then we were talking about which store to buy from. And this is one of the advantages of game sharing internationally, is that you could take advantage of sales and currency discrepancies. And so we noticed it was going to be cheaper to get it from the US. So yes, Boomer, we have ventured into Robin's brain. You don't want to be there. It's scary. Anyway, so we decided we were going to buy it from the US store, which means I was buying the game. Mark sent me some money, and all was good. We got the Ultimate game sharing. We got through the betas, the early access starts up, and I'm playing, no problem. And then in the wee hours of the morning when I'm asleep, and my do not disturb, of course, is set, I start seeing, later messages. And I'm just going to read the messages because I think this properly puts the context into how this went down. So let's see here. Okay. It starts Friday morning. This is, of course, after I had, put up some messages about the game being good. 11:42 a.m. Now, mind you, this was 11:42 a.m. my time. So I was working, not really necessarily paying attention to WhatsApp. But Greg, I don't think Diablo 4 allows game sharing. This is the first message, 11:42 a.m. 11:48 a.m. I just need to log you in a minute. Hope that's okay. Totally fine. 11:54 a.m. Fuck. Tried logging in as you and try to play on my account. Nope. Will only let me couch co-op. Fuckery. Fuck.
No. Sorry. Fuckity. Fuck.
Yes. Fuckity. Fuck.
Yeah.
11:55 a.m. 1 minute later. So may have to ping me that money back. Haha. May have to buy this myself. 11:59 a.m. Fuck it. Just had to buy it.
Stalker.
So at this point, now fast forward to 1 o'clock in the afternoon when I finally got to looking at my messages. Fine, I'll send you the money back. Sorry to be a pain from Mark at 1:04. Now, the funny part was during this time, Kim, he was also cross-posting into our podcast pub chat. And I believe you had posted up roughly around 11, probably 12 o'clock-ish. A minute or two after he just decided to fuck it and buy it.
Right.
That you did a Google search, which is the normal thing to do, for the record. For anybody ever having a problem, do a Google search first. See what the problem might be. And apparently there were a lot of problems with licensing issues and Diablo 4 not necessarily working with cross-buy for the moment. Activision was looking into it to sort it out. So, in a sense, I ended up pre-ordering a game-sharing game for $100.
Yes.
Classic.
Yeah.
Mark got
but it's all good. Mark then got his access to the game. He was very happy, and of course went on to play Diablo 4. But I just had to share that.
I did stupid stuff this week. I bought
Say it again?
I did stupid stuff this week.
Oh no.
By all means, let's hear what stupid stuff did you, and was it drinking and Amazon related? Because then I need to check.
No, it was Microsoft related. I bought
Okay.
the new Star Wars game.
Oh.
All right.
In fact, I bought the old Star Wars game.
Oh, did you buy the old Star Wars game by accident?
Yes.
But it's still a good game.
And then
That's the good
instantly
news.
after that, I bought the new Star Wars game.
Well.
Now, here's a nice shout out to Microsoft. I sent them a little email to say I bought the Star Wars game and I didn't mean to. It was an accidental purchase and I'm really sorry. And as you can see from my account, I bought the new one just shortly after. Will you please give me my money back? And they did.
Okay, that's
so
good.
Corey wanted to play the new Star Wars game and I bought it.
This all makes sense. I was actually for a moment just being like, "Wow, Robin, I am like surprised and you are evolving from just the racing." But no, it all makes sense now.
Don't have time. Time is an illusion. Lunchtime is doubly so.
Time is an illusion, absolutely. All right, well, so that was my week in a nutshell. It's getting ready for my trip, work stuff, but that's boring. We don't need to talk about that.
No.
And of course, the most expensive game share ever.
Right. Holy moly.
All right, let's talk about video games, Robin.
Okay.
Shall we play a game?
I want to play a game.
You are one pathetic loser.
I tell you
I
what.
love that sound effect.
I wish I had bought a Rode Podcaster Pro many years ago because it is a class piece of hardware.
It definitely has been working very well
It
for
gives no bother whatsoever. It's a brilliant piece of kit. Anyway.
I wonder if they make a camera.
Oh no! This is machine here. Oh, there it's going now. There it is. Oh, it's fully extended. There you are.
Hey, Kim.
Yes.
I would love for you to tell me about all the games we get for free because we pay for them.
Ooh.
Alrighty, I can do that because
free?
I updated the
free?
list today. So yeah.
For free?
Alrighty. For free, yeah. After you pay the subscription. Anyway, your games with gold for June are, we still have, I guess it's Hoa. I don't know how else you pronounce that. But anyway, we got Hoa that is still available to the 15th of June. We have Adios, which is available now through the 30th. And we have The Veil, Shadow of the Crown, which will be available June 16th to July 15th. And The Veil is an interesting one because it's black. It's pitch black. The only thing you get from the game is just the sound.
Sandra Bullock in it?
Is this okay?
Yep.
Yeah, this is the blind game.
Yes,
In
this
essence.
is the one where you play a blind protagonist and you
Alright.
don't see anything, and it's quite literal. You don't see anything on the screen. You just go by their voices, and because I was all in for this game when it was first announced until they told me that, and I'm like, well, fuck, I'll never get very far. So that one went off the list really quickly.
On a slightly related note, Jasmine has discovered Little People on YouTube and is obsessed by Little People at the moment. So there you go.
Okay.
Carry
And
on.
Adios, by the way, also from Robin's Homeland.
Right, exactly. For your PS Plus for June, which is decidedly better than Games with Gold, which it
That
normally
feels
is.
very,
Not gonna lie.
very. I feel like you're attacking me.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Kim. Sorry.
All right, for your PS Plus games, we have NBA 2K23.
Stopping you now.
Jurassic World-
Stopping you now. I watched Nike Air. I watched Air this week.
And
It's on my watch.
So it's the story of Nike and Michael Jordan and how Nike were at the bottom of the pile as far as sneakers were concerned. They were top of the pile as far as running shoes, but it's about the story of how that came along. Very, very good little sort of semi-documentary movie type thing. Well worth a watch. So it's called Air, Michael Jordan. And it's an understanding.
Fun fact about Nike. They don't consider themselves to be a clothing apparel company, even though they do sell it, but they are a sneaker company. And that was the differentiator for them over the likes of Adidas or Adidas, as you guys like to say, and
Germans.
Reebok. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, funny enough, Adidas stands for one of that is the names of the owners of it, and one of them is called Adolf, and he was German in the Hitler Youth. But anyway, let's move along.
Okay,
Alrighty.
moving along.
your other game is Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is definitely a philism.
I'm going to stop you again, Kim. I'm going to stop you again, Kim. My man cave smells bad. It really does. The farmer was out in our backfield today spreading. Do you know what spreading is? And I'm not talking about like Mike Chin with his doll.
I'm assuming we're talking about
manure.
Yes,
no, I wasn't going to say manure.
Yeah, that liquid manure, fertilizer.
Oh, liquid manure.
And it's got into this room, and there's no windows in this room, and it's got in here, and I have the door closed now, and it's ripe. It's the sacrifices you make to podcast. Carry on.
Liquid. Wait, liquid manure?
Yes.
Yes.
It's like,
so it is like
watery poo.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like eating at the Golden Circle at 3:00 in the morning in Vegas. Not advised.
Yeah.
You get liquid manure.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Your third game for PS Plus, I'll eventually get through this, is Trek.
I have a deadline. Come on. I've got people waiting for me. Stop slowing it down.
Trek to Yomi, which is also on Game Pass. But anyway, Trek to Yomi, which is one that Greg has played and liked it very much. So, Trek to Yomi. For your Amazon Prime games for June, we have Zengoku 2, Mutation Nation, Soccer Brawl, Overtop, The Super Spy, Top Hunter, dear lord, SteamWorld Dig 2, Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition, Autonauts, Revita, something. Okay, I think that one got changed, but I don't know to what. So anyway, we'll go with it. You Clunk, well, I'm pretty sure it was something else. Rogue Book, Once Upon a Jester, and Gems of Destiny, Homeless Dwarf, which is not one that was changed.
I spelled it incorrectly. I spelled it incorrectly. I'm sorry. It's not you clunk. It's you clunked.
Well, either way, it's still wrong. But I know I had to laugh at Gems of Destiny, Homeless Dwarf, because all I can think of is a story about apparently a homeless dwarf.
I gotta say, within that there, I don't know about the other ones, but I would really shout out SteamWorld Dig 2. Really good game.
Yes.
Really good.
I've played bits of it.
Played it and completed it. Really good.
Alrighty. And for your Epic Games for this week, which is June 1st through June 8th, we have Midnight Ghost Hunt. So.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim, for that.
Yes.
I also want to point out, Robin stopped you multiple times through the course of that, wanting to tell little stories. And yet he's saying, we have to hurry up.
I know! Hurry up! Right? For God's sake!
The audacity
Jeepers, for goodness sake. Go on. Move on. Moving on. Okay, we're going to do games again.
Shall we play a game?
I want to play a game.
You are one pathetic loser.
Yep, I am.
All right, Robin. Let's talk.
Okay.
You are not a loser in a set of corsa competizione.
Blow up lasagna? What?
Yes.
No, I am definitely not a loser. Definitely, I am not a loser. I am a winner.
You're a wiener.
So this week in the Sette Corsa Competizione, pasta pizza, I was at Suzuka, and I was in the Porsche, which is really, really bloody hard to drive now. It really is a hard car. I'm actually looking forward to the end of the season because the car at the beginning of the season, as they updated, wasn't the car that I've ended up with now. It's a slidey arse nightmare, and it's like, how the hell can you drive that thing? So we were in Suzuka in Japan, and the time that I had 2 races this week. I had a daytime race. I qualified 15th and finished 7th. A very exciting race. But this race here that's on the screen right now, it was a night race. A night race at Suzuka, a very difficult track. And nighttime, even more difficult. In a Porsche, which is even more difficult to drive. And we put the car on, not pole, just missed pole. We put it on second. And I fought. It was one of the hardest races. I've won 4 races in LFN in my short period of time doing sim racing, which is from September of last year. And I was pushed so hard by the chap behind me, Mr. N. Asverado. Asverado. Yes, he's like an avocado.
God bless you.
And he pushed me so hard, and he did fall off. And then within a few laps to go, I coming through the S's, coming up through Japan circuit, which is superb in Suzuka, I almost fluffed it. I was getting so nervous and so uptight that I went off track. Thankfully, didn't hit the wall, came back on track. But the last 2 or 3 laps, I was getting hounded big style. My tires had gone. But we won. Old people can win in this competitive game, and I am so chuffed with
May
that.
I ask a question at this point?
Yes.
How high did your heart rate get?
I did. Do you know what? You can see on the screen right now, the heart rate thing is going. It's going bloop, 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 but there's a little box.
Right.
My battery had died in my Fitbit. But I would say it was probably 150 at least.
Okay.
Because that
Yeah.
seems to be where it goes to. And I'm going to scrub it here to the end where I win, because it looks like I was having a here we go, coming up to the very last bit here. It looks like I had a minor stroke at the very end of it. Here we are, we're coming over. This is the last couple of corners here now. You watch, I know you are a little bit behind, but when you see this and watching me on the top right hand corner, I come over the line, I realize I have won this fantastic race, and the finger goes up into the air, and then my face's expressions are it actually looks quite worrying. I am quite concerned. If that's my sex face, I cannot understand how I've been married for 27 years. I mean, it can't. I mean,
The lights are off, Robin. The lights are off.
Absolutely, yeah. So, anyway, I just before as the show came on there, I checked my standings, because I really haven't looked in the last couple of weeks what my standings are in this season's championship, and there are 3,572 people in my division, and I am. Guess where I am in my division? Where would you think I am?
I'm going to say 24th.
Fucking hell. Ding, ding, fucking ding. I am 24th in the whole
Holy
division.
shit.
Isn't that friggin' unbelievable?
That is amazing.
That's awesome.
That is amazing,
I
considering
actually-
where you started.
I actually
to where
haven't
you
looked. I haven't looked. I am 24th out of 2,500 people. And that's...
You know what's even more amazing about this, Robin?
What?
Think back to the catalyst to you becoming really good was the switch to the Porsche.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know.
And that was a community voted car.
Yeah, well, I suppose so. Yeah, and the car
Just wanna
changed halfway
give
through the
full
season.
credit to the community. This has nothing to do with your skill as a racer, Robin.
So things that have changed now. So as I've progressed, as the lap goes on here, I change the traction control at least 3 times as I go around this. As I'm on the lap, I'm actually changing other things about the car and brake balance and stuff like that, which was, it's again the rabbit hole. But yeah, very good.
That's good.
So yeah, on with the community after the podcast tonight. If you go to any of my videos on YouTube, go to Robin Tate Bongo Racing, and if you have a look, join our Discord group. It's the future. Let me tell you, it's not only the future, it's friggin' awesome. So go on to the. Thank you very much, Boomer. You voted for the Porsche. It's a bitch of a car. It's a bitch of a car. Let me tell you, it's. I'm fond of it. I'm not fond of it. I love it. So after the show tonight, we're going to do some practice racing on Watkins Glen, which is this week's track. And the guys are brilliant. They're coming from all over the place. Most of them are very smelly. They're smelly old people. I keep on telling them they're smelly geriatric old people that just want to go fast. So most of them are putting very, very strong batteries into their mobile cars, scooters that they get around on, and most of them now don't have to take a break in a 25-minute race to go to the toilet. They have
because they're wearing diapers.
Yes, well, some of them have had to put a catheter in when they race now, so it's really, really good. So I'm very impressed with my old folk, and the more old folk that I can gather together, the better. If we ever meet, it's going to not EGX where you've got a whole mix of people dancing and VR and all that. It's going to be, it'll smell of that sports spray that you put on
it's
muscle.
Called Ben Gay.
Yeah, well, we call it something different in the real world. And it'll smell really bad, and everybody will go to bed at 10 o'clock at night and stuff like that.
Icy hot?
Yeah.
Do you have that?
No, we don't have that. It's called. I think
What's
it's called.
what's your
I think it's called
cream of
I think it's
choice?
called Evergreen or Evergreen.
Okay.
Some UK people can tell me. I think it's Evergreen. Rugby players use it a lot. That's the real game that's played. With that shaped ball.
I played rugby in high school.
Yeah, I know you did. Isn't this quaint? Ew, the English game. What? I might imagine them playing this without all these pads on and helmets and stuff. Crazy. So yes, good. So this week we're back in America, USA, and we're doing Watkins Glen this week. And I'm going to be streaming that, hopefully, if Judith allows me, tomorrow from about 10:15. The first race will be, and I'm going to be streaming probably 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, probably about 4 or 5 races tomorrow. So thank you.
Never ask for permission. Just always ask for forgiveness.
We have to ask for forgiveness so many times in our marriages, Greg.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, you were there with some friends the other night. You were out for dinner, all socially. They were all dressed, smart, casual, and you were in your vest.
All right,
so much
Kim.
effort.
Yes.
Let's move on. Let's talk about the games that don't matter as much.
Okay.
Call of Duty,
that's
Modern Warfare, multiplayer.
Yeah, some more Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, in my bunny suit, because I don't know. I like the idea of running around as a 6 foot tall man in a bunny suit killing other people. I don't know. Maybe I've got an issue somewhere, but
you just made me realize I need to talk about my bunny suit too.
Right. And so we did a little multiplayer, and because Anthony was going to be gone for 2 weeks, I got a hold of Boomer, and he hopped on, and we all played some Modern Warfare together. And Anthony
Does Boomer also have a bunny suit?
Yes, he does. As a matter of fact.
Good. This is the way of the future.
Right.
Bunny suits.
So we did that. Now Anthony is saying our motto, which is die, die, repeat, because that's what we do. So so more Modern Warfare, and I'm sure we'll play more Modern Warfare because for some odd reason I can't get enough of dying on shipment. So there you go. For a game that I have to yell at Greg about because he got me started on this damn thing, and now I can't stop it. Is Vampire Survivors, and I actually made it past level 100 last night.
Yes, you crushed it.
I about shit because I hit 99. And I thought that Grim Reaper thing was gonna come out, and you can't get away from it, so you pretty much instantly die.
Right.
And I'm like, he's gonna pop out. That's gonna be the end of it, and I'm screwed. And it hit 100, and it just kept going, and I'm like, holy shit. So yeah. And eventually it got to be really bigger, like the big bosses, like all around me, and I had nowhere to go. So that was pretty much the end for me. And I think I had like 4 revives, so I revived 4 times, and eventually then the Grim Reaper showed up and got me. So 125. Okay. I'm totally shocked. I'm sick.
That's an accomplishment. That is definitely an accomplishment. In my vision, in my head, I see you on like a couch with an Afghan across your legs. And like a half-smoked cigarette, a cup of coffee, and the controller in your hand, just being one more time. Because that's the way this game is. If you haven't played Vampire Survivors, it is a very fast reload. The game just encourages you to keep going, keep trying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just keep leveling up your different weapons and whatnot. And I have to laugh because one of the weapons is now a cat. You can call in like hordes of cats that come in and I guess kill things. I don't know what they do, spells or whatever. So I had to laugh when I finally got that one. I'm like, well, that's perfect for me right there. I can now be the crazy cat woman playing Vampire Survivor with my horde of cats. So there you go. But yeah, no, I'm really liking it, even though Mark still doesn't understand it. And while everybody else is sitting here playing Diablo 4 with the early access, I'm sitting on my couch with my little Razor playing Vampire Survivors at like 10 o'clock at night. To each their own, I guess. So anyway, Vampire Survivors, it's on Game Pass. If you haven't tried it, give it a shot. You might like it, or you might be like Mark, a stick in the mud. So
I agree. Stick in the mud, and we know about his shopping habits.
Right.
I take personal pride in this one. The fact that I mean this game is rivaling, not quite yet, but it's getting up there with Gems of War.
Right. Oh yeah, because it's one of those things I can hop on, and as long as the remote play or the Game Pass or whatever works on my little handheld device, hell, I can just sit there all night on the couch watching Gunsmoke reruns, because apparently that's what we're stuck on for the last couple of weeks is Gunsmoke, and I'll sit there and play Vampire Survivors and just see how high I can make it. So.
And the funny part is, a lot of people say it's mindless. but I really disagree with that because you don't actively shoot anything, but you do have to there's a strategy to what you select as your additional weapons and level ups and what you choose to level up when you choose to level it up.
Right.
And that is a difference maker of getting a higher level or just dying. So
Right. Yeah, because if you're distracted and you're not paying attention, it doesn't take very long at all before finally you're overwhelmed. And because there was a couple of times I wasn't really paying attention and I was playing it, and like within level 3 or 4, I was dead. So yeah, if you're not paying attention, them guys can they can overwhelm you, and then if you don't have your weapons up high enough, you're just screwed. That's it. So it takes a little more thought than what you would think, but it's still fun. Like I said, hell, I'm playing this while everybody's playing Diablo. So I don't know, what's that tell you? So. Because you know, I have to go back because I didn't realize there was coffins you had to unlock different people. So I'm going back and doing all that now too. So yeah, and there's still maps I haven't unlocked yet, but I'm getting closer all the time. So yeah.
All right.
So I guess on to the biggest and the baddest one of them all. I think that most of us have been playing, and that would be Diablo 4.
Yeah. So actually, before we get into Diablo 4.
Right.
I'll cover Miasma Chronicles real quickly.
Okay.
Sorry, Robin. We're quick pivot on that.
Pivot.
So this is Miasma Chronicles.
Pivot.
Turn-based strategy game. Again, reminds me a lot of the Ground Zeroes game that came out, where you have your squad of 3, and it's tactical, turn-based combat.
Stinks.
It looks gorgeous. Honestly, the visuals in this game, I think, rival that of what you see in Diablo 4. Yes, a big sense of unease. I agree, Robin. You know, so this is a game that's kind of flying under the radar. Again, it is a turn-based tactics game, so not for everybody. But I've very much been enjoying it. And the only thing that really got me off playing it is the fact that Diablo 4 has come out, and that because I again bought the most expensive game share game ever. I had early access, and so I was going to take advantage of that. I mean, hell, if I'm paying $100 for a game, I'm going to damn well play it early.
Right.
So let's talk Diablo 4.
Alrighty.
What class did you go with, Kim?
I went with Rogue, but I'm kind of open to starting some of the others too, because I'm interested in the Necro, and I like the Druid idea too. So down the road, I may go ahead and start them too, and I've been the Barbarian in 3, so and I always liked it. So hell, I may have one of each started by the time I get around to it good and proper.
I wish I had time.
I am tempted to fire up another character just to do some additional playthrough, but I think I'm just going to play through the story with the character I have and just go, and then I'll go back and do a new build. But for me, very different. Normally I am either rogue or some kind of fighter.
Right.
Sometimes I do sorcerer type characters, but almost never. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever purposely selected Druid as a class to play.
I like the magician guy that does lightning. I'm a sort of stand back and fire at stuff for them. Sort of. Yeah.
Robin's the mage of the group.
Right.
Mage.
I do tend to be that distance fighting kind of character. That's what I prefer to do. This way you can kind of kite the characters towards you, and take them out at distance. But I said, no, I'm going to go Druid. I'm going to do something different. And so I have my fat bastard Druid.
Nice.
And I honestly have been very much enjoying the build. I have invested kind of everything in the Werebear capability and Stormstrike first. And I'm really kind of maximizing those out. And then I'll start adding in some additional capability after that. And that was based on some suggestions that I was seeing on the internet around the Druid class.
Right.
But I did just see they have done a update today.
Yes.
And so they have nerfed some characters. They've added some characters and upped their abilities. And oh Christ, the old people should not be allowed to buy things. I'm just going to throw that out there now. Anyway, so real fast, how's your experience been with the servers?
Pretty good. I mean, a lot better than they were when I played the beta, because there were a few times on the beta I had to wait for like 45 minutes to even get on there. So it was pretty quick. So I haven't had any issues.
I was very concerned at coming out of the beta, to be honest.
Right.
One, long wait times getting into the queues.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were a lot of lag issues. And so I had concern. I'm just ignoring him.
Right.
I had concern over, just the experience being laggy because,
Right.
you had to connect to the server. And then when it was bogging down, I was noticing my character was hiccuping kind of like, and I could tell immediately when the server was going to drop me because I would have that big lag moments.
Right. And I mean, even, and with this being early access, it's not officially launched yet.
Right.
So then, of course,
Right.
you figure they're going to have hiccups with that. But so far, it's like today.
It's been surprisingly smooth with the early
Been pretty
access start. So I am cautiously optimistic it will continue to be smooth and well run. As far as the game goes, I have no complaints.
Right.
I do have one complaint. I do actually have one complaint for this game.
Okay.
But we'll get to that in a moment. I like that the fast travel system works very well.
Right.
And you can fast travel into, so let's say you are in a dungeon with a final boss character. And this actually happened to me where the final boss, I was struggling to beat the final boss of the dungeon. I kept dying. And every time you die, you would go to a checkpoint, and the checkpoint would be within the dungeon, but it's like a room away from where the boss character is. Well, you can go into the boss character area, and so for this particular, you had to activate basically a statue, and then the boss character would appear. Yeah, and it's so fun having teenagers on the podcast.
Right.
But so you can literally fast travel back to town, and why this is important is good Lord, to think I shared a bedroom with this man. Anyway,
I know, right?
The thing is, when you die in the game, all of your equipment actually is damaged.
Yep.
And so you have to go get it repaired. Otherwise, it's going to be less effective. So I would set up the portal at the boss character and just travel back to town. And then you can get your stuff repaired and then just travel right back to the boss character with everything, repaired and back up to par.
Right.
And I probably did that about 10 times on this boss character. It was maddeningly frustrating.
You should learn the code.
Well, the problem was, and it was my fault, I was being stubborn about the way I was playing the druid character, and I was trying to kind of force what I thought was going to work versus just kind of reading the room and figuring out, no, I need to not be. I was trying to really just kind of mash my way into it, and what I needed to do was just be smart. There's times where I needed to actually run back and avoid contact, and so once I did that, I beat the boss character. Now, to my one complaint. I do wish this game was not constantly leveling everything with me.
Right.
So if you're not familiar, Diablo 4 at least, and I think this held true for the previous Diablos, but as you go up in level, everything goes up in level with you.
Right.
So in more traditional RPG games, if you have a map, let's say there's a dungeon that's built for, character levels 4 through 6. And let's say, you avoided that dungeon and you get to level 10, you could still go back to that dungeon and it would still be geared towards 4 to 6 level characters. And you kind of go through and kind of kick ass. And it becomes a quick, easy experience, grind. The loot coming out of it may not be great because you're probably already over leveled past it, but you could do that. In Diablo 4, every time you level up, everything on the map levels up with you. So if you're level 14, you're never going to find dungeons that are level 8. They're all going to be level 14 or 15. So it makes it challenging. You're never going to have that easy battle. So that would be my
and you're
one
playing
complaint.
on World Tier 2, right?
Yes,
So,
I am
and that
playing
makes it a little more difficult because, peer pressure and all that. I decided to start out on Tier 2, so we'll see how it goes. I think I played the beta on 1.
I have to
Right.
get this. I really do, because I was playing it. Spent so much time in this. Oh,
It is gorgeous
it
looking.
looks
I
beautiful.
mean, it really is. If you think back to Diablo 3, and in my mind, Diablo 3 was a really good looking game.
Yes.
I
But when
suppose,
you compare it to Diablo 4,
yeah, when
it
I'm
doesn't
looking at
hold a
this now,
candle.
it looks like there's like 50% more detail. It's the same. It looks
Yeah.
the same, but 50% more detail in it. You
Yeah.
seem to be
And
zooming.
Diablo 3 was more bright, I guess, candy colored,
True.
sort of. And this well, definitely isn't.
Yeah,
So,
it's a very dark game. The cutscenes are fantastic. The story is actually something I'm paying attention to.
Oh.
I didn't really pay attention to it in Diablo 3. In Diablo 4, I have been. And I feel also Diablo 4 is doing a better job of directing you into the campaign,
right.
as opposed to in Diablo 3, just for my 2 cents, it just felt a little kind of like do whatever you want. It didn't necessarily
Yes.
feed you to the campaign.
And because
Whereas
that's what I
here-
did. I did all like the side quest bullshit, and then I did the campaign when I had to. So
Yeah. Kim, I mean, your
Yes.
thoughts. I mean, I've been rambling. Sorry.
yeah, no, it's fine. Like I said, I did a rogue. I think I'm a level 5. Like I said, I just started today because yesterday I was gonna start, but I was a little jet lagged from our trip Friday, and of course Friday I was gone. So yeah, I'm same as you. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'm like you because once you complete once you complete the story, if you start a new character, you don't technically have to do the story over again. Am I reading that right? I was thinking something said once you beat the story one time, you don't actually have to go back through it and do it again with a different one.
You can probably skip all the. You skip all
Yeah,
the.
I
Yeah.
think that's basically what they're indicating. Is you can skip through all that.
Right. So anyway, yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I played through 3 and enjoyed it. So it's Diablo. It's still the same, but like I said, it's not as candy coated because the loot in 3 it was all pinks and blues and bright yellows and it stuck out like a sore thumb. This is a little. I mean, it still does, but it's not as bright. And I guess now see, I didn't play the previous Diablos. I only played 3. And according to everybody else who's played those, so this sticks more to what they were than what 3 was.
Yeah.
So there you have it. But I'm enjoying it. I'm kind of like Robin tomorrow with his plans. I'm kind of planning on hopefully getting some time off tomorrow when I'm not hopefully doing a whole lot of other things, and I'll sit down for a couple 3 hours and see how much farther I can get. So, yeah, we'll see. I want my wolf puppy backpack that I got for playing in the beta. So.
I'm assuming all of those kind of unlocks will happen when it officially launches, because I
Right.
have noticed also, again, my $100 pre-order game share.
When does it
all of-
officially come out?
It comes out on the 6th, I
So
believe.
Yeah, Tuesday.
when can when ordinary plebs buy it to play it?
You can buy it now, Robin, if you want.
But
Do what
you
I
can't play
did,
it until-
pre-order it, but you won't get access until the 6th.
I have no friends.
I hear you. I'm thinking about disowning one of my friends.
Well, I didn't have any friends either, but I had like $60 worth of MS bucks, so
Yeah.
that made it a little easier to swallow the $100. Plus, because of Game Pass and everything else, I haven't had to buy a game
I
like
was just
full
gonna say the same
price
thing,
in
Kim.
like ages. So
I actually was more than happy to have bought this game. So I'm not really regretting it at all. I give Mark
Right.
a lot of stick for it, but honestly, it's all good.
right,
I do think, other suggestions I can throw out there. They have a whole crafting element to this game. There's also, the stores where you can buy weapons. I don't find buying the weapons terribly useful,
right,
because as you're playing, you are going to just naturally get some good weapons. And so I think crafting ultimately is probably going to be the best way to go about buffing and making your weapons better or getting better weapons versus the I'm going to buy it from the store type of thing.
Right.
There also is a wardrobe area for those that like to have their character look similar. You don't want to look hodgepodge, so to speak.
me.
Yeah, I know. I spend far too much time in the wardrobe area.
I know, right?
Yes, Robin.
Something may happen very shortly.
Uh-oh.
Something may happen very shortly. I'm assuming we're talking veteran gamers here.
Yep.
Just let us know when we need to stop, and then we'll send our.
They can't hear us. Who we got? Who is it?
Oh my goodness! Can we hear? Are we in?
Oh, we can hear.
Hey guys, your 700th day! Congratulations!
Yay!
Can you hear?
Who are you? Where do you come from?
On the call.
Greg, can you hear them, guys?
Oh my God!
Greg?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Have we got Greg and Kim as well?
Greg, say hi to Greg.
Jesus
Kim.
Christ!
So hi, it's Robin here.
God, I feel like we're podcasting with Duke now.
Oh my God! This is chaos. This is chaos.
Okay. So
welcome, please.
Duke, don't play sound effects, please.
Christ Almighty, it's like podcast with Duke. Fucking hell, nothing has changed.
Yeah,
hi,
right.
it's Robin here. Bongo the Sane. We have Greg Murphy's Law. We have Gamer Girl Kim. We are live on the Overseas Connection podcast. We're taking a break from the main show to say hello.
700.
Oh wow!
Happy 700.
Oh wow, we're cross-pollinating now.
Oh no!
We indeed.
Holy crap!
Thank you very much for the happy 700.
700.
We don't talk about that though.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we can't talk about that. That was illegal. It needs to stay. I don't know how the saying. There's got to be a saying. Whatever happens over there.
Somebody needs to think of a saying where you do stuff in Vegas and no one talks about it. Someone needs to think of it.
Crazy white people. Anyway.
Yeah, crazy rich Asians was the best thing there. Well, Greg, you'd be happy to know that I'm eating your pretzels. I'm still eating the Vegas snacks. There we go.
Amazingly, Robin
inappropriate
was eating the pretzels just now too.
That's awesome.
I had some tonight as well.
I've never heard of Southwest seasoning before. I don't know what that is.
It comes from an airline.
It's tasty.
Yeah, it's like kind of a bit of a tang
quick, Mike,
to it.
Obviously we love you to death, but Duke and Stu. Just
not so much. Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah, just what's happening here.
I just wanted to, to give you guys your flowers. You deserve some flowers.
700.
I mean, you're on episode 700. It's not quite 736, but who's counting?
Yeah, rub it in some more. Go ahead.
True.
I was going to go in a nice direction and ask you what advice you have for us once we cross the 700 Panopticon or Rubiot, but you do you.
Duke, I love you, see, man.
There's no good advice, Duke. It's just you just keep going.
Keep doing every week. You come on.
I'm gonna keep going. Don't worry.
We come on each week for therapy.
Play some HD games while I'm rolling my caddy.
Oh Christ!
In the words of Dory from Finding Nemo, just keep swimming.
Yeah.
So we have.
I have not seen Memento though.
So we have We have like 6 people on our Zoom call right now. There are an additional 3 on another show.
Is this good advice for doing a podcast?
This is terrible. It's a terrible idea.
Talk at once.
Yeah, it is. It's such a bad idea.
Where's my brother? Why is he? Was he not? Is he on a boat somewhere?
He's ginger. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. I would just say
ginger balls.
Every week we come on here and we consider it as therapy every week. So And every week it turns more and more into Top Gear, that we don't talk about cars so much as our own personal lives and all the things that are going on with us. So as congratulations, 700. It's where it all started.
Thank you.
And that's absolutely fantastic. So really, really, really happy for these guys. But again, when you get to 736, you can call into our show. So.
Well, we already did 80 episodes of a different show before.
Yeah, that is true.
We don't mention that anyway.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
And again, congrats.
Yeah, very good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We're gonna fuck off now.
You're going to bugger off.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your own show.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah. Right, guys. Good to see you're still breathing, Stu. Good lad. Keep it up.
I'm still breathing. Yeah, no.
That's not the problem. The problem's the heart. He's going to keep breathing forever.
I've got reverse modeling, whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, thanks for coming on. Overseas Connection.
Guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Love you all.
Congratulations.
1,000 shows is the next one.
Yeah,
it is.
That's going to be in Vegas. Vegas, baby.
That's going to be in Vegas.
See us, guys. All the best. Good luck.
All right.
See you.
Bye.
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 All right.
Can I just say, Tinny, I don't know whether you know.
I can't wait to get rid of those fucking losers.
I'm
Christ,
muted him.
fucking mighty.
There's someone else.
Jesus Christ. I want to be fucking hell. Those fucking veteran gamers, they're fucking losers. I can't wait to fuck Jesus fucking 700 shows of fucking babies. Fuck me. Jesus,
Robin, you're unmuted there, mate.
Christ,
Robin,
me.
you're unmuted.
Oh, Christ.
Robin,
Shit.
Robin, you're
It's time to say goodbye, Robin.
Goodbye, Robin.
Lovely.
Right?
Well played. Well played. All right, so yeah, back to Diablo 4. Fuck those guys. It's a really good game.
It really is.
Good game. And again, I think the wardrobe thing was a nice touch. You go in there, and so if you have a particular piece of clothing, you like the color scheme, that kind of thing, you can do what they call apply all, and it'll change all of your items to that color scheme. So it makes it, again, feel like it was meant to be all together.
All together. Like some hobo, you know.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily crazy about the druid's headgear so far.
Right.
It's all giant antlers, which...
Yeah.
It reminds you of January 6th.
It does, actually. A lot. Especially if I go with the bearskin kind of fur loincloth thing. Yeah.
Anyway,
maybe I go with the January 6th build.
How is everybody else getting on with Diablo 4? Are you in the early beta? Let us know, please.
Yes. All right. I guess we can move on. Unless, Kim, you want to say anything else on this?
No. I'm already hearing Game of the Year being put out.
Lots of people.
So
yeah.
I mean, I imagine
it'll be in the conversation. I think Zelda is the media darling still.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's going to be hard to beat.
But for the rest of us who don't play Zelda,
right?
You know,
fair play.
Here is the fucking news.
The Veteran Gamers episode 700 is live right now. They're a pile of losers. Don't ever tune into them on a live stream. You can stream here and hear all how bad of losers they actually are right here. So there's no news to speak of, but we'll talk about the Xbox Showcase and Summer Games Fest. What we're going to do is we're going to predict 3 games that we'll feel confident we'll get announcements or show either at the event, or there could be one surprise that we didn't see coming. And this is coming from us, the Overseas Connection. You can trust us.
Right.
Well,
Absolutely.
reading through Greg's, I already like.
We have the inside, the inside lane on nothing. So everything we say is pure speculation. And so I'll start it. This is going to piss Kim off because I know this was probably going to be one of hers, but
it was. But
yeah, Dragon Age is going to get actual gameplay shown and a release date.
I hope.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
So that is my first prediction.
All right.
So Kim,
all right.
I'm just going to throw it on your shoulders now.
Okay.
What's your first prediction?
Fable. I think we're going to see some Fable stuff.
Fuck
because,
you, bitch.
You know, it's time. We need to see something. Much like Dragon Age, they've been, I guess subtly hinting. Because apparently that last little video, they put with the glitter everywhere, was supposed to be some sort of hint that maybe Fable was coming. But now everybody's reading Fable into everything. So.
Oh yeah. But in fairness, it really did feel so. The Xbox official account put out this video, and they show an Xbox controller with purple glitter dust all over it, and then a trail of glitter dust leading to, and I think it leads to a table with the console on it, something like that.
Right. And
but they also have.
Thank you very much. Love it.
Sorry, I just feel, Duke, we're not doing enough sound effects, so it's.
Very Fable-like music playing along with it.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
So I feel like that's a pretty safe bet. However, there has been some other kind of conversations happening where it's like, well, maybe not.
Right. And let's face it, I've put Fable out there every time we do one of these things, and so far I've got pretty much bupkis. So, damn it, this is my time. So, hopefully we get some Fable. I don't think we get a date, but I do think we'll actually get to see some more things that maybe we haven't seen before. because I know they've had to go back apparently and scrap it at least once. So hopefully we'll get
I'm putting this in here.
All right.
We'll see how well we do.
Well, I have Fable as well,
I'm good.
and I would love to see Fable because it would be fantastic, but I don't think we're going to see it. See, Duke. Thanks, Duke. See, yeah.
Well, probably
All right, so
not
Robin,
because
Robin, you're saying no Fable.
I want Fable. I want Fable.
Right.
I mean, Fable would be good. I mean, Fable would be fantastic. I mean, Xbox have to get onto Fable. I mean, really, they do. But unfortunately, Fable will be end up like the new Lego kart racing game. It'll be like Forza Horizon, but for Fable. They're going to end up racing chickens, and they'll call it Fable.
I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
All right.
So Fable. I want Fable. Fable.
We all want.
You want Fable, but you're saying it's not going to happen.
He's such a conundrum.
I know. Where are we sitting with this, Robin?
Well, when do you want it to happen, Greg?
I want you to tell me what you think is going to happen.
I think we're going to see Fable in spring of next year.
All right.
As in, we're going to start to see things from Fable for maybe later on in the summer release.
All right. So Robin says no Fable at either Summer Game Fest or the Xbox Showcase. Kim, you're on the record saying you think Fable will be shown.
Yes.
But no release date.
I don't think we'll get a release date yet.
Okay.
I mean, I'll be beyond thrilled if we do, but I don't think we're going to.
All right. I like it. I will go next. I say Outer Worlds 2 gets a new trailer, but this time it's showing off in-game visuals. So as opposed to last time was just kind of a funny trailer, this time it's showing off in-game visuals. We get to see what the new game looks like, and it'll just be that.
Sounds good.
All right, Kim. Next for you.
I think we'll have another new controller coming out. I think we'll have another Elite controller coming out. Why do I say this? Because I just bought the Series 2, and you know how my luck is. They will have a Series 3 come out, like now. So, because that's usually how my luck goes. I will buy something and be all excited for it, and then they'll come out with a new one. So, which is fine. I like my 2, so.
All right.
And Lord knows it cost me enough money.
Robin, it's almost like Kim was looking at your notes.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so Elite was such a fantastic big game. Elite was a lovely space game, and there's so many space games. And I think Elite will be reinvigorated again, and a new version of Elite, which will be much more approachable than almost sim-like Elite that's there. I think we're going to see something Elite-y.
Elite Dangerous 2 then. We'll just call it that 2. It could be a different name, but Elite Dangerous 2. That gets a trailer. I'm assuming no release date, just we get the announcement.
Yes.
Okay. I like it. Kim, actually no, I'll go next. I'm going in wrong order here. My bad.
Right.
I say IO Interactive, the makers of Hitman.
Right.
They show off a new trailer for their next game, which is an adventure game.
Oh.
So not anything to do with Hitman, adventure / RPG. I'll call her a fantasy game. I'll go on the limb here. Fantasy. If I can only type, it would be great.
Well,
Yeah. Kim?
Let's see. And I don't think this will be maybe it won't be a big surprise, but maybe it will, because I know there was something mentioned earlier last month about it. But I think we'll see something for Stray. I think they will announce Stray coming to the Xbox. I mean, I know they already said that that's already been rated for the Xbox or whatever, but I think they'll make the official announcement that Stray is coming to the Xbox.
Okay. All right. Robin?
Oh, well, you have to actually think about Tomb Raider. And the Tomb Raider games are bound to be very, very close. And the interesting thing about the Tomb Raider has been mostly a PlayStation-leaning type game. And it'll be interesting to see if Tomb Raider lifts its head again for something new. I mean, we've had Metal Gear, Snake Eater coming back. Will they go right back to the very beginning of Tomb Raider and do Tomb Raider 1 again in high def, but completely reimagined? That would be cool. I mean, I don't know how they get over the big boobs, but well, We can all try to get
Raider
it.
remake?
Yeah, a full Tomb Raider remake. Yeah.
Okay, I like it. And then for my surprise announcement, I am going to say the rumor is true, but this is also because Phil Spencer specifically talked about Blinks the Time Cat
years ago.
as being one of his favorite games. I say it's going to get a new announcement, but it will not be a remake of the original game. It's just going to be a new Blinks the Time Cat game.
Yeah, okay.
I'm all for that.
I can do that.
Cat.
All right.
Yeah.
Kim?
Oh, yeah.
Your last one.
Oh boy, I gotta think on this one because the others were actually kind of easy.
That's what happens when you're cheating.
I didn't cheat.
I'm kidding.
I think there'll be a I don't know. There'll be another Xbox. There'll be another SKU.
You're fucking reading my notes again.
No, I didn't. I'm sitting here looking at Twitch chat. I don't know what kind of SKU because I know they've already got like the S, but I think there'll be something between the S and the X, or maybe they'll come out with a smaller X because the monolith is rather large. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's totally off the top of my head. So, but I doubt it. Who knows? I've been wrong before. So.
Robin. Sometimes it's just kind of funny. Xbox Series Minier is what I see in the notes here.
Yeah, well, an Xbox Mini-er.
Minier. I like it.
Yeah,
but
small.
Series X. So
Minier.
Both of you are saying a smaller X.
Yep, smaller X.
Okay.
Like a small X, not like a capital
Like
X.
my last X. But
Not
anyway.
like a big X, a small X.
Small X.
Small X.
It would be interesting. Because this could they make a smaller Series S? It's so small already.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
all right, okay. Well, that's where we net out. We've got these.
All right.
They're in there for.
We've
all
been
of
so
time.
accurate before.
The accuracy of these predictions is going to be amazing.
Mind-blowing.
Everybody, everybody in the current chat feel privileged. You have just been given the future.
Yes, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to give it away. I'm sorry we did. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. We didn't mean to give it all away, but we did. So sorry, mate. That's okay. Yeah. All right. Cheers, Phil. Bye.
The best part about Robin's predictions, Robin at one point was going Aliens, Colonial Marines, and he came back off of it. It was being typed into the notes, and then suddenly he retracted.
It's a miracle.
It's such a bad game.
Hey, speaking of miracles, Kim, let's talk about new releases next week.
Alrighty. Your new releases for June 4th through the 11th are Amnesia: The Bunker for Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. But no PlayStation 5. But it'll be on Game Pass. So if you like Amnesia, I won't be playing it because I'm a coward. But anyway, it'll be here June 6th. The big one, if you haven't already started playing it, will be Diablo 4, which will be up for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC on June 6th as well. Harmony: The Fall of Revelry for the Switch and PC on June 8th. MotoGP 23 for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC June 8th. No.
So, okay.
No.
Robin,
And those
real
are the
quickly.
releases.
Yeah. MotoGP. So you're doing your sim racing.
Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Could you do sim motocross in that setup?
Well, that's not motocross.
Whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the most fantastic games I've ever seen visually was one of the Moto games. A Rider, I think it was Ride 3 or Ride 4, and it was around one of our local circuits here at the Northwest 200, and it was just so accurate, so perfect. But no, I like GT3 cars. So
okay,
tough titty.
All right. All right. Coming up this week, you can get your gaming multiplayer and racing fixes in on Wednesday. We've got all kinds of stuff happening. You can play Halo multiplayer, potentially Modern Warfare 2, but for the most part, it's stuck with Halo, and we've all gone bunny Bunny outfits, whether it be Modern Warfare 2 or in Halo. It's not really, it's all bunny ears. Bunny costumes, Kim's side. Kim, do you play on Wednesdays? Is that the plan now? Are you going to play playing on Wednesdays?
Because I have no children, so
I think you should. It's best when there are no children. So Wednesdays, multiplayer fix there, or you could go hang out in your cockpit and hang out with Robin, racing around tracks in a sedazione competizione Italian lasagna bolognese. It's all happening right around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. in the UK.
24th.
What?
I'm 24th.
I know.
I know. It's crazy.
Fuck me.
It's crazy.
That means I'm good. Ish.
That or there's a bunch of shit drivers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so come check it out. Hang out with us. Get in touch with myself, Kim, or Robin.
Yeah.
And the good times had by all. We mean
Indeed.
it. We really do.
I mean, and now in Diablo is co-op. So, I mean, there's even that.
I don't want to play with anybody in co-op until I get through the campaign. I'm going to be honest.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay.
Especially not
We're
Mark.
at that time.
Robin
is
Mark
really
rushes
wanting us to
ahead.
finish up.
Mark rushes ahead.
I know. Mark does want to play co-op, but he doesn't really.
No.
Because he wants to play the campaign.
To show you. Oh, go over here. Go over here. Go over here. Yeah, in the here is a secret. In the here. Shut up.
Right.
Shut up, Mark.
That's what he does to me when playing Modern Warfare, because he'll yell at me and he'll be like, "There's some guy behind you," and by the time he's done yelling at me, I'm already dead or blown up or whatever. So yeah.
I do the same thing in Halo. I'm like, "Oh, look out! Oh, sorry."
Yeah, right.
You're dead. Yeah. All right. Feel free to shoot us an email, podcast@ocpod.com if you want. You can always check us out on Twitter. We love the tweets. And that's at OC_podcast. We also have a Facebook page. Kim monitors and bans people left and right.
Absolutely.
I do indeed.
Yep.
Oh, she does.
Every parent should watch this show.
I'm sorry?
Every parent should watch this show.
Oh, indeed.
There's
right. That. If you could only answer the question, what is a woman? All right. The Wives Club. I had this from last time, but I'm going to shout it out again. We love our wives. Even Kim, who doesn't have her wife. We all love our wives.
Right.
So shout out to them. Robin, any shout outs on your end? You want to give anybody some love?
Judith. Yeah, to the Overseas Connection the Veteran Gamers podcast. Congratulations on their 700 shows. Well done, good lad. You've actually stuck Duke for all this time. It's amazing. And well done, guys. And to all of the guys in the Bongo Racing team, there's people, Americans. There's Americans in the Bongo Racing team. They're very, very funny. America. They really are. I mean, full bore Americans. They are brilliant fun. There's people in my Discord chat that have to use Google Translate to chat in the Discord, which I think is very, very funny, and it comes up with some very funny things. So all the guys in Bongo Racing, fantastic. You can check me out at Robin Tate Bongo Racing on YouTube. So please do that. And I love
also,
you.
he has an OnlyFans page. Check him out there too for the explicit.
You
pics.
can see my rubber tires.
And gear shift.
Yeah, my gear shift, my big knob. It's better than Mark's Hotas. Anyway, yes, and to the guys that are on the chat and everybody around that listens to this show, thank you. I mean, we do this for fun and for therapy, so thank you very, very much. I know you don't come here to get your latest gaming news. You might get the odd snippet, but
every once in a while we have something important to say, but usually not.
Yeah, so thank you very much. We love this, so thank you. And Lord and Boomer and all those guys, Boomer, you're not in the friend zone yet. You're not there. Keep trying. Keep going, Boomer.
You are outside the circle, Boomer.
Yeah.
You're not quite in the circle yet, just outside.
Kim hasn't put you in the friend zone just yet. Don't worry.
Oh, the friend zone.
Yeah.
The worst place ever. Kim, give some shout out. Give some love to the shouters. We had quite a few in there today.
A Boomer, of course, who we mentioned. Lord, Rabid Kirby was in there, and we had a new guy, MZM Creations, and he posted one message, and it wasn't like disturbing or anything. So I'm assuming he's a new follower or something. I don't know. He may come up here in a minute and write something about his penis, and then I'll have to ban him. But so far, so good. So anyway, thanks for being in the chat, and And come back next time, because it's always nice when there's people in this chat and we're not just all talking to ourselves. So, I mean, we do that anyway, but, you know, it's always 100%. Nice to have more people there. So, yeah. So shout out to you guys. And like I said, come back next week. And, yeah.
Awesome.
Other than that, that's good for me. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you to two of you for making the show. Always a good time in therapy. Everybody, you can enjoy next week. It'll be a 100% racing talk.
Woohoo!
Maybe a little Diablo 4, maybe a little Vampire Story. Who knows? Yeah, but there'll be a conversation to be had. Actually, next week is the big showcase weekend. So you guys are going to have to figure something out. I don't know what you want to do with that. I'm leaving it up to the asylum to figure it out. I will be too busy prepping for visiting Robin's homeland. I think that's it. I think that's all I got to say. Okay. Robin, take us out of here.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.